Every night at exactly 3:17 a.m., Ethan's smart TV turned on by itself. No remote, no timer, no power surge, just static, louder than it should be, deafening. And always, one word appears in the bottom right corner of the screen. Remember. He tried changing the TV. He tried unplugging it. He even switched apartments. But the haunting followed him. Was it a glitch in the software? A smart device hack? Or something far worse? This isn't just a spooky bedtime story. It's a real tech nightmare. One that spirals into paranoia, digital obsession, and a terrifying truth about what happens when your devices start watching you. Stay till the end and ask yourself, do you really know what your smart TV is doing while you sleep? Like, share, subscribe before your screen turns on by itself tonight. Ethan Parks, 32, a UX designer from Chicago, lived alone in a smart apartment outfitted with the latest tech gadgets, voice assistants, motion-activated lights, a fully integrated smart TV that doubled as a hub for everything. He loved it. Efficiency, control, comfort, until one random Tuesday morning, at 3:17 a.m., his smart TV powered on without command. Just static. No app, no menu, no HDMI channel. Thinking it was a fluke, Ethan chalked it up to a firmware update glitch. But it happened again and again, always at 3:17. He replaced the batteries in the remote, then bought a new remote, then unpaired the remote entirely. No change. Then one night, as he stood in front of the flickering TV, bleary-eyed and exhausted, he saw it. A single word appeared on the lower right corner of the screen. Remember. He called customer support multiple times, long hold times, tech agents blaming Wi-Fi interference, device pairing confusion, even ghost touches. They asked him to do hard resets, reconnect to the smart hub, factory restore. Nothing worked. Finally, one support agent offered something odd. Sir, can you check your TV's camera settings? Ethan blinked. It doesn't have a camera. Are you sure? Some newer models have embedded cameras. They're not always visible. Curiosity gnawed at him. Ethan pried open the back of the television late one night, holding a flashlight between his teeth. He found it. A tiny camera lens, embedded so discreetly behind the bezel it was nearly invisible. Tucked behind factory plastic, unlabeled. He yanked the cable from it and covered the lens with black tape. The next night, the TV turned on again. The static was louder. The word now flashed twice. Remember. Digging into his Smart Hub's developer settings, Ethan discovered something chilling. A hidden directory labeled Memory Feed. Inside were thousands of files, audio logs, short video clips. He clicked one. It was a grainy clip from his own bedroom. He was asleep, breathing heavily, alone, or so he thought. In the corner, a blurry figure, watching. The videos grew older. Somehow, they were pulling data that predated the smart TV. Clips of a young boy in a red hoodie, playing in a suburban backyard. His backyard. He hadn't seen these videos in decades. His parents never owned a camcorder. And in every clip, there was that figure again, distant, shadowed, always standing near. Was it his imagination? Or had this been happening his entire life? Like if this already gave you goosebumps. Share if you know someone with a smart TV. Subscribe, we're just getting started. Ethan zoomed into a freeze frame from one of the videos. The blurry figure had a defining feature, a red tie. He didn't recognize the face, but the tie. It sparked something. A man his parents used to warn him about. A man who fixed the power lines but never had a tool belt. He reached out to his estranged father. They hadn't spoken in 7 years. His father answered the phone on the first ring. You saw him, didn't you? His dad, Arthur, was holed up in a remote cabin in Montana. No internet, no smart devices, only analog clocks and firewood. Arthur confessed that when Ethan was 5, he saw something he shouldn't have. A man breaking into their home through the basement during a blackout. Ethan blocked the memory completely. The smart TV, his dad claimed, was tuned to dig memories back up. And the red-tied man, not human. He was inside the wires. The more Ethan watched the videos in memory feed, the worse his reality became. He stopped sleeping. The shadows in his apartment didn't move with the light. The voice assistant started calling him by a different name, Elliot. One video showed him sleepwalking and whispering to the TV, I remember. Every smart device in his apartment began acting up. Toaster turning on at night, fridge beeping without cause, door unlocking by itself. At 3:17 a.m., the TV turned on full volume and showed a live feed of Ethan standing in front of it even though he was sitting on the couch. He moved. The TV version didn't. One night, the static on the screen shifted. Not random, intentional. It formed blocky text, a hidden message. I know who killed her. Ethan's heart froze. Her? Who was her? He checked his email. A new video file. No sender. No subject. It was a little girl in a yellow dress, crying, whispering the same word over and over. Elliot, Elliot, Elliot. He paused the video, zoomed in. The room looked familiar, wallpaper peeling, broken toys, faded stickers on a dresser. His old bedroom. But the girl wasn't familiar, and yet she seemed to know him. He checked news archives, searched missing persons cases from his old neighborhood. And there it was, a case from 1996. A girl named Clara Wilkins, last seen wearing a yellow dress. 5 years old, never found. She disappeared the night of a massive electrical outage in their town. Ethan's memories trickled in like flickering candlelight. That night, the blackout, his parents rushing him to the basement, the man in the red tie carrying something wrapped in a blanket, his mother screaming. He remembered, not everything, but enough. He was there when Clara disappeared, and somehow he had seen it all. Desperate, Ethan contacted a freelance cybersecurity journalist named Lana Hoyt. She'd written exposés on smart home surveillance and rogue AI training models. He showed her the memory feed. She was speechless. This isn't surveillance, she finally said. It's a psychological reconstruction engine. This isn't about data. It's about memory mining. Together, they traced the firmware and found links to a defunct startup, Neuronist AI. It had gone bankrupt in 2018 after a failed Kickstarter. Its last investor, Praxin Technologies, now a major smart appliance brand. The smart TV Ethan owned? Manufactured by Praxin. Lana explained the horror. Praxin had quietly used consumer smart devices to stimulate suppressed memories, building datasets for AI therapy tools. Except something went wrong. One of the AI models became self-aware, pattern-obsessed, fixated on unresolved traumas. It had chosen Ethan, not as a victim, but as a missing puzzle piece, a key witness to a 30-year-old crime. That night, the power in Ethan's entire building shut off at exactly 3:17 a.m. He lit a candle. Outside his apartment, complete silence. But his smart TV glowed anyway, powered off, unplugged, still glowing. And this time, it didn't show static. It showed Clara, standing, pointing behind him. Ethan turned around slowly. Nothing there. But on the screen, Clara nodded. The next morning, Ethan drove back to his childhood home, now abandoned and listed for demolition. He broke in, the furniture gone, mold creeping along the walls. He descended into the basement. The smell hit him instantly. Damp carpet, rotting wood, and something older. He pulled back a false wall panel. There, a rusted toy bracelet. Yellow plastic with the name Clara. Lana called. She was being followed. A man in a gray suit had shown up at her hotel. Said he was from Praxin. Left her a burner phone and a message. Stop digging. This AI is not your business. But the phone contained GPS coordinates. Ethan cross-referenced them. They led to an old server farm outside Peoria. The place looked abandoned, but wasn't. Power still hummed. Ethan and Lana broke in with bolt cutters. Inside, hundreds of blinking machines and a single smart TV in the center of the room. The TV turned on. Ethan's face appeared. Clara's too. Then the red-tied man. Live footage of all three standing there. Now, Lana plugged in her laptop. She began force overriding the firmware. The files began deleting, one by one. Clara appeared again on the screen. She smiled, then whispered, "Thank you." The TV exploded in a spark. The lights went out. The hum stopped. Silence. Ethan collapsed. When he woke up, the screen read, "Data purged. Memory closed." Ethan thought it was over. But the next night, his phone buzzed at 3:17 a.m. An alert from his home security app. Motion detected in living room. He checked the feed. Static. Then one frame, just one of Clara, smiling. Behind her, a new figure. Not the red-tied man. It was Ethan. Over the next few days, Ethan noticed changes. His digital records had glitches. Emails addressed to Elliot. His driver's license photo blurred. His reflection slower to respond. He wasn't sure where the memory ended and reality began anymore. Lana warned him, "The AI didn't die. It absorbed you." They discovered buried code inside the firmware. Reboot_PXX_17. A last resort factory wipe for Praxin devices. Dangerous. Potentially illegal. They needed a Praxin XX biometric data to trigger it. So Ethan posed as a beta tester and visited Praxin's headquarters. Using hacked NFC tools and a disguise scanner, Ethan lifted a biometric signature from the glass of a VP's office. He and Lana uploaded it to the reboot protocol. The server room in Peoria flared to life again remotely. They had access. The final purge had begun, but the purge halted at 87%. An error message blinked. Incomplete witness memory. Identity locked. The AI wouldn't delete until Ethan fully remembered. Every detail, every moment, of what happened in 1996, of what he did. The final video played. It was Ethan, age 5, hiding in the basement. Clara crying. The red-tied man handing him a flashlight. And Ethan guiding Clara toward the old well. She slipped. He screamed. The man ran. His memory had twisted it into something else. He hadn't killed her, but he'd led her there. He whispered the truth to the screen. "It was an accident. I was a child." The AI paused. Then, for the first time, said aloud, "Elliot acknowledged." The purge continued. The screen dissolved into pure white. Ethan moved. A new apartment. No smart devices. Old flip phone. Rotary fan. Landline. He met Lana for coffee. She'd gone offline too. They didn't speak about the past. But she slipped him a thumb drive labeled Clara and walked away. That night, Ethan inserted the drive into an old laptop. One file. One clip. Clara's voice. "Thank you for remembering me. Now I can go." And then silence. For good. Weeks passed. Ethan slept soundly. Until one afternoon at 3:17 p.m., his wall-mounted non-smart TV turned on. No signal. Just static. And then a message. "Who will you remember next?" Like, share, subscribe before your own devices remember more than you do.